Hi, this is Pei Zhang. I'll be your host for this certification exam preparation course. With 6 separate units, I will walk you through some of the most important aspects in studying for the certification test, and hopefully you'll be well prepared and confident to sit the exam by the end of this course. Now that you're taking this medical interpreter certification exam preparation course, I assume you have convinced yourself that you are to be certified, no matter what your reason is. The process of being a medical interpreter probably all starts with your passion for languages. If you are proficient in multiple languages, you could be putting your skills to good use and helping others at the same time. If you want to reach a higher level of standards in the field of medical interpreting, then national medical certification is the way to go. The benefits of obtaining a certification are far-reaching, positively impacting not only the interpreters who maintain their certification, but also their employers and their communities. Some of the benefits of earning a certification include personal pride. Earning a certification demonstrates that one has the knowledge necessary to be a medical interpreter. Lifelong learning. To maintain your certification, you must complete required continuing education. Professional advantage. Employers and agencies likely will look at healthcare interpreter certification as a measure of competence. Having the certification can make you a more desirable candidate when applying for a new job. Recognition. Once certified, you have earned the right to use the certified credential mark after your name. Next question you might ask is, am I eligible to take the certification exam? Applicants must meet all of the following requirements: being at least 18 years old, having at least high school level education, no matter from which country, language proficiency in English and the target language, and completion of a minimum of 40 hours of training in medical interpreting, for which Meteo's 60-hour certificate course is a perfect choice. And in Meteo's course, the requirement of acceptable proof of proficiency are the same as in the national certifications. I suppose you have already provided either a degree, a diploma, or standard test result as the proof. Next question is, which exam should I take? There are 2 nationally certifying bodies for healthcare or medical interpreting in the United States. They are respectively the National Board of Certification for Medical Interpreters, which is NBCMI, and the Certification Commission for Healthcare Interpreters, which is CCHI. Well, this leads us to the next question. How do I know which one is better for me? Now let's do a detailed comparison of the 2. First of all, their similarities. Both certification programs were developed by healthcare interpreters and based on a job or task analysis. Both are accredited by the National Commission for Certifying Agencies. Both have validation reports that are readily available to the public. Both provide a national, valid, credible, and vendor-neutral certification program. It's important to know that one is not necessarily better than the other, nor does one carry more weight than the other in the healthcare interpreting industry. First, available credentials. There are 2 steps in each certification process. On passing the written exam, you will get the HUB CMI or Core CHI credential. For those languages that are not included in the oral exams, this is as far as you can get. Or if your language is tested in the oral exam, it will be a CMI or CHI on passing the oral exam too. Now let's take a look at which languages are available in oral exam. For NBCMI, there are Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, Russian, Korean, and Vietnamese. And for CCHI, there are Spanish, Mandarin, and Arabic. Then what's tested in the oral exam? In NBCMI, you need to demonstrate capability in consecutive interpretation and also sight translation. And in CCHI, apart from the two above mentioned, you are also tested in simultaneous interpretation and translation. Anyways, consecutive interpretation is the major topic in both oral exams. Test accessibility. For NBCMI, you can choose to go to a test center, or you can stay at home or in your office as long as you have a separate room and a clean table free of disturbances. And you can take the test whenever you want. I remember I took the written test in another continent than America, so it was basically after midnight in the US, and there's always an online proctor working somewhere in the world. For CCHI, you can only sit the exam in test centers, and there are specific days, or so-called time windows, each season that you can take the test. Certification costs are exactly the same for the two. Application fee is $35, written exam is $175, oral exam is $275, so the total will be a bit less than $500. Last but not least, they have slightly different renew requirement. CMI is renewed every 5 years. You pay $300 and provide a proof of 30-hour continuing education, whereas CHI is renewed every 4 years. Apart from the $300, you have to provide a proof of 32 hours of continuing education plus 40 hours of working experience as a healthcare interpreter.